Hi, this is Matt Cuevas from the Food Pantries for the Capital District. We are pleased that you will be joining us for the New York State Food Summit online conference on Wednesday, June 2nd. What I will do today is take you on a brief tour of the website application of the Socio Media application, who is hosting our online conference. To start with, we recommend that you use Google Chrome as your way to access the website, as it has the very best performance. Edge and Firefox will work as well, but Google is preferred. Open the Google Chrome, go up to the browser bar, paste in that link that you've been provided or double click on that link, enter it, and this will bring you to the login page of the New York State Food Summit. Type in your email address, hit the continue button. At this point, you will be prompted to enter in a password if you haven't done so already. Since I've already been to the site a few times, I will enter in my password and click the login. This now brings us to the welcome page of the New York State Food Summit, and we will be initially focusing here on the left side of the screen. Right now, here at the very far right, you'll see this Home tab, and currently that's where we are, but we'll go through the three buttons here together. If I click on Connections, this will take me to the Connections site, or where I can then view any of the connections or networking possibilities that I have during the conference. And if I were to click on any of these people that I make as my connections, here I have two already established, I can then either message that person or actually video chat with them directly. Below the connections is the message tab, and here again I have my list of connections and any conversations that I've had. I click on them, it sees my conversation history, and I can start any new conversation and send that. Coming back up to the home button, we'll go through each of the items here under the New York State Food Summit logo, and we'll go through each tab. Currently, right now, we are on the overview, and the overview has a brief explanation about our conference. Below that is the agenda section. And the agenda section is where you will find the scheduled talks and sessions and have the ability to add them to your schedule or to your personal My Agenda tab. You can click on any of the sessions that are listed here to find out more information about them. Let's say I'm interested in this item here for the Food as Medicine session. This will open up the session page. Currently, we aren't streaming yet, but if I scroll down, it gives me a description of what the session is about, who the speakers are for that session. This session actually has a resource or a handout, and then also the moderator. If this session is particularly a time slot that you want to add to your calendar, you can click the Add Calendar button and add it to the various calendar applications. Let's go back. Let's say we reviewed all the sessions starting at 9 a.m. I definitely want to attend, let's say, the welcome session here. Just move over to the far right. You'll see a little plus button, and I can add that. Here, I've already added the stretch break. I definitely don't want to miss the keynote address, so I want to add that. I'm going to make sure that I attend one of the first sessions here. Since we were looking at the Food as Medicine session at 11:40, I want to click that. And gradually, we just add any of the sessions throughout the day that we want to attend. Going all the way up to the final closing remarks session at 3:50, and I can add that. Now that we've kind of gone through viewing all our options here under the agenda, come over to the right, click the My Agenda, and actually you can see your full schedule that you've built out for the day. All right, let's go back to the left here. We'll click on Announcements, and here we have the Announcements section. And here will be any general announcement or any messages that we need to convey to any of our participants during the conference. Just right of this announcements here, you'll see a little red dot with a numeral in it, and that will indicate that there is a message that you have not read. Below that is the attendee section, and here we have the attendee section. We hope that you kind of scroll through and check out the various people who are attending our conference. Certainly, we encourage you to maybe connect and network with anyone that meets a like interest that you have. And that can simply be done by looking for somebody in an organization. I'll use this person here, Shelby, that I work with. And I can connect with Shelby by moving over to the far right. You'll see this little plus button with the connect. I can then send her a message. And I can then send that. And then the social media platform will send off an email to her. When she responds to that email, that person then here at the far right will be added to your list of connections so that you can then establish, communications with them by either direct messaging or video chat. Let's come back to the Home tab. Also within the attendees, bring your attention to the very top where you have the Me section. So here's my name, and has my basic information. But if I wish to change any of that information, or whether to correct it, you can then edit your profile. You can come in here. Certainly encourage you to add a brief bio or summary of your interest during the Food Connect conference. Let's say I don't want to be formally known as Matthew, but generally go by Matt. I can go in, let's say I want to change my photo. Let's say I have a better photo kind of out on my PC. I can actually edit that. I can crop it, do any particular thing that you want to do, save that, upload it, and now that will change the image that everyone sees of me. Click the update button, and we are done. Let's go back here, click back, and that kind of brings us back to the attendee section. Let's come back to the left, and we'll go through the speakers section. So the speaker section is where you will find all the participating speakers at our conference. Clicking on any one of the speakers that are listed here will give you, a brief overview bio of that person, but also will list the session in which that person will be presenting at. And if it's a session that you feel like you would like to attend, again, you can add that to your agenda by coming to the far right and clicking on the little plus icon, and now that person's session has been added to your agenda. We'll come back to the left again, and we'll go through our sponsors. So certainly we want to thank all our sponsors, and certainly here you could learn a little bit more about these many fine people who are helping us to host our event, as they are all listed here. If you would like any additional information on any one of them, you can actually click the little red visit button here, and that will take you out to their information page, which you can scroll through, see a bit more information about our fine sponsors. You can request more information or anything about them, take you to their websites, and then also has links to some of their contact information as well. Let's go back to the left here, our tab for the summit, and we will click on the resources tab. Here, the resources tab, you'll find any of the documents that our session speakers would have uploaded as handouts, and you can then download any of them from here. Next, below that, we have networking rooms, and the networking rooms will be used during breakout sessions that you may be directed to join any one of these rooms for further discussion. And occasionally during the breaks, you may also join some of these session breakout rooms networking rooms to kind of join some of your other fellow colleagues attending the conference for some collegial conversation. We will skip the Follow Us and drop down to the Pulse Check tab, open that up. And here throughout the day, you might be asked occasionally to go to the Pulse Check area and answer a few questions that we will be polling you on. And we certainly encourage you to help in our survey. Next, we will go to the wall, click on that. And the wall is like any other social media platform like Facebook or Twitter, and you can post and share your comments about the conference with your fellow attendees, and they can also share or like your comments. Next, below that is the discussion forum. And currently, this is very similar to the wall, and we may be developing it a bit more before our conference, so stay tuned for further announcements. Below that, we have the app guide. Here, you can go for some general articles and information about the Socio platform, about using the app from either your phone or tablet, and also search for any particular information that you might need to navigate their platform a little bit better. Let's go back to our Home tab. And then our final tab at the very bottom here is Moderators, and this gives us a list of all the people who are moderating our sessions and will be guiding us through the sessions on our conference day. So let's go back to our general welcome page. And I want to just thank you for joining me today, and I hope that this short video was helpful. Certainly, I encourage you to get into the website app, get familiar with it, sign up for your various sessions, add contacts and connections to help you network during the conference, and hopefully we might run into each other at the Food Summit conference on June 2nd. Thank you.